All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tonight, 180.
50 seconds to Mike. Bang it. Bang it.
Here we go.
Foles. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Hands up, ladies.
44's to Mike.
Come on, D. Hands up.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check 48's to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 48.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go. Waiting.
Now Foles. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Push him back.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Dalton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Passing, it's Dalton. And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fournette. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fournette on the counter, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 50 seconds to Mike.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
1st down, Bengals.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Come on, QB, come on. Joker.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Bang, 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 bang. Check safety.
13. Here we go.
Here's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, shoot. Mike's 56. Watch the curl. Mike 56. Mike 56. Come on, baby.
Yeah, 5-6. Stop.
Andy Dalton. On the right side, caught by Green. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
And the Bengals 1st down.
Lady. 93, 52, 93, 44. There you go.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Going deep downfield and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I know you feel that.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike's 57's Mike.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. From midfield here, Dalton. Going deep for Eifert. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A.J. Boye with a pick. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 36, 36.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Cam. There's a hot.
So Dalton now.
Just like that.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Nice.
Mike Bobo. I got you. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check.
2 by 2. Move.
Getting some penetration.
And the blitz does come. It got his man complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This is Hill, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down.
Hands up. We need key.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Ready?
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, switch gears.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got Moncrief. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you. Take 4, take 4.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready?
At the 36-yard line.
Watch the screen. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Geno Atkins giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Caught here by Conley. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 2nd half at FedEx Field now. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
2nd and 5. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They find some open field here. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
368.
Dalton here from the gun. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
368.
To throw again. Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Bengals.
Let's go, defense. Out of top. It's out of top.
Now Mixon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Rager. Bofo's and Mike. Mike's Bofo. Danny. 44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
Dalton. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
44.
Here's Dalton. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here's Foles. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Jordan Willis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Looking deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And Dalton to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because
This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A pass complete here to Conley. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Foles. And able to find Conley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another first down there. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the draw, this is Fournette. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Kill.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 40.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Purple 64.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Records. 45's the mic.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bengals, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, fuck the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen,